Hello everyone, this is Panda, and it's going to be a very warm day in New York City. It's going to be 81 Fahrenheit for those that don't understand Celsius. But with that said, we were at Coney Island yesterday and we experienced some cell phone interruptions, also some audio interruptions too. Maybe some frequencies in the area were causing that, but our live stream failed because the simple mobile service isn't adequate sometimes in the urban areas of New York City. So let me give you a demographic why simple mobile works better in Manhattan versus Brooklyn. Manhattan has tons and tons of cellular wireless communication towers. Brooklyn, on the other hand, in these urban communities, have limited to just enough cellular towers in the vicinity. If you look on top of the buildings of New York City, you can see each and every last one of those cell phone towers surrounded the city. So you have a better chance having a better live stream or having better Bluetooth communications with your device, because I've been noticing some problems with my Bluetooth device. But anyway, Simple Mobile. Now, I started off with using them back in February of 2020, and I used them until about September of 2021, then stopped using the service for a little bit. Hold on one second, something's going on with the audio. Okay. Stopped using it for 30 days, then I continued just to see any difference in the region that I was in. I'm sorry guys, I'm still a little bit under the weather, so still trying to come down from this flu that some asshole gave to me. But with that said, everyone, we are in the Bushwick area on Grand Dome Avenue of Puerto Rico, here in Brooklyn. Now, yesterday at Coney Island, we tried to do the live stream. It's good in some parts, but it wasn't top tier. So, Simple Mobile has a limit cap on your service. So you cannot stream in 1080p, but you can stream in 720p. So keep that in mind, everybody. And I wanted you guys to understand that Simple Mobile for the last 2 years or so has been good in some places and bad in some places, but bad in a lot of places. They claim that they got coverage, which they don't. So my experience on the Amtrak from Vancouver back to New York City was not adequate for paying such. The whole entire time for the 3 days, the service was not very good. It came up short. I couldn't make calls. I couldn't use Wi-Fi or my LET network. I couldn't use a lot of things. But in New York City, I noticed there's some dead spots. There's some dead spots when you go to like Canarsie, Brooklyn. Not very good. There's some dead spots in some parts of Queens, like in some parts of Kew Gardens and Forest Hills. That's not good either. So, if you are a current Simple Mobile user, or you're thinking about getting Simple Mobile, you got to think about the factors here. The factors are where you live. Is it going to be usable in your area? In most places in New York, yes. But in Coney Island, if you want to live stream 720p and plus that network is off of T-Mobile apparently, but I don't know. I had T-Mobile before, and I was able to get some really good shots and have a 1080p live stream, not a 720p live stream. So there is a limit cap on the service and what you can do, even though if you pay top tier $65 for unlimited everything, but you can do that as well for the $50 plan, and still there's a cap. You can't stream over 720p. So with that said, if you're looking for a service that streams and can stream in 1080p, you want to probably go directly to T-Mobile or Verizon or AT&T. Wow, what a really warm day. With that said, everyone, audio keeps going in and out. Might be having a transmitter issue. But with that said, everyone, I just want to emphasize, I know this is long awaited, and I have been doing videos in the past about Simple Mobile, but in the last year I have not. So it's time to update those Simple Mobile users, or current users, or future users. This might be beneficial in some cases for me as a traveler. This is all I can afford, so I have to deal with it. But if I had the extra money, I definitely would go with T-Mobile or AT&T on this one. For a 1080p live stream, yeah, definitely. But Simple Mobile does have its shortcomings. Customer support is very under. It's not great. It's satisfaction, okay? There are maybe out of like hundreds of phone calls dealing with how they've been throttling my service. Now, keep in mind, this is based on an experience. You may have a different experience. But Simple Mobile at the end of the month, between March 21st or the 24th, this is where they start to throttle your service. Now, I got caught them in the past and made videos of them doing it live. It was pretty embarrassing, literally, on Captain's grounds in Madison, Wisconsin. You see them capping my service. Why are they doing that? And they continue to do so. And then they make excuses. Oh, we gotta reset your service and your settings and your APN. Ma'am, I'm not dumb. I'm a techie myself. I'm pretty sure I know what I'm doing. And what you're telling me is an excuse. And you get this a lot from Simple Mobile's customer support. There's no clear answer on what the problems are, and the problems are the service is not that, it's not that great. It actually shut down for about 6 hours a couple of days ago, which was bizarre, and they announced it on their website, a blackout shortage. So I am shooting this on the Pro Movie app. Just want to see, but I noticed when I'm using the wide angle, shutter speed is actually locked to 40th shutter speed, which is not ideal. We're shooting 24 frames, so it's be 48, not 40. So FYI, Apple, still getting that wrong. The community fridge. All right. With that said, Simple Mobile, customer support needs to improve, needs to be better, needs to have better people, well-spoken. What we got and what we received the other day was I don't even know what kind of customer service was that. It's like I was speaking to a child. And take it with a grain of salt. You know, I know they're doing their job on the part, but it's like when you tell them physically, ma'am, I've been through this multiple times, and that's when they don't see the clear message. Multiple times. I've been through this multiple times. Oh, my Panda, why is this gimbal not behaving well? Oh, there you go. But with that said, everyone, Simple Mobile, should you get it? Should you not? I don't know. That's up to you. That's up to your decision. It matters based on how much you can spend, how much you care about having the best service and the latest service, and think about the budget that you're spending on, because it will bite you in the ass if you spend too much on a service if you're not really utilizing the service. So if you are like a YouTuber, a videographer, I definitely recommend going with the best service possible. But I also do recommend that you also think about your budget. But Simple Mobile, it's a good service, but it's not an excellent service. It works in some places in major cities, but in smaller cities and areas, it cannot be that good. And we have been to Portland, Seattle, San Francisco, Mountain View, Orange County, Santa Clara. We went all the way to Santa Cruz. We went to take the Amtrak across the nation, back to Wisconsin, Madison, Wisconsin, Waukesha, Wisconsin, Green Bay, Wisconsin. We went to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And then we went to Chicago. We went to the south side of Chicago. We went deep south side of Chicago with the service. And it still wasn't good enough in those areas. So with that said, all the way to New York, and we took a timeout because Simple Mobile doesn't want to actually honor their customers with better point systems, or if they make a mistake like they did a couple of days ago. Now, you have a system called Auto Re-Up. Auto Re-Up gives you discounts when you automatically auto re-up your service. Now, the money was in the bank, but here's the problem. The problem was, I turned off my cars at night. They like to charge you in the middle of the night. I get that. But lately, T-Mobile has been trying to, not T-Mobile, Simple Mobile has been trying to charge me during the day. So they tried the first attempt, that failed, and then they reset my features on my phone service, which I don't know why they did that. All right, let me get out of the lock mode out of here. So I don't know why Simple Mobile, did that, turned off my features. But then they gave me some lame excuse about, well, when you don't make the payment on the day that it's supposed to, and I said, wait. Your documents and your policy says I have until 11:59 p.m. on the day of payment. Now, they tried to charge it twice and they failed. And they turned off my service, like my features, like the auto re-up. So now I have to pay them what I originally started off in the beginning, which is $54 with taxes and fees and all that, instead of the price I was supposed to be paying, which was $47.36. See, saving a little couple of dollars means a lot to me. And Simple Mobile didn't honor that when they knew it was their mistake. And I said, well, technically I got into 11:59, so you never turn off my service or my features. But they didn't want to man up to that. This is why Simple Mobile customer service, not so great. It's like talking to children. It's like, you did a mistake. The service was supposed to be there until 11:59 on the last day when I'm supposed to make the payment. But you guys tried to make payments 2 days prior for that and still failed. But the point is, they turned off the features, and I had to turn them back on. So with that said, Super Mobile. Now it will work in these communities here, urban communities of African American, Latino. You got some Caucasian American, Asian. Yes, you got even French. You got a little bit of German around here, Japanese, quite a bit, Korean. This is not Manhattan. This is not 5-star level, high maintenance. This is the real streets. Now it will work here, the service, but I want my service to work everywhere. I pay for a service that you guys claim that's supposed to be beneficial for my needs, even if I travel or do not travel. If you guys are spending $60 a month on unlimited service, don't you think the teleprovider should provide you adequate service? I think so. With that said, everyone, I know this has been a long review on the Super Mobile as of 2022. I had the service for about 2 years total, and I tell you right now, I am so disappointed about that Coney Island footage. It was just 720p. It looked smooth, but that was just because of the gimbal. But I want that quality to be sharp, detailed. So, but you pay what you get for. With that said, everyone, see ya.